Hello, my name is Eric Hackstrom.
I'm Dylan Tinsley.
And I'm Jorge Alvarez, and our project was a surface mount component dispenser. While we all worked on the project as a team, each team member contributed to different aspects of the project.
For this project, my main contribution was developing the code in Arduino's IDE that got the stepper motor functioning in a high torque configuration. Another aspect of this project I worked on was getting all of the 3D printed components printed at Tech Shop. From this project, I learned a lot about how stepper motors function and how to program them in different configurations. One of the challenges I overcame was realizing that 3D printed components from SolidWorks will not come out perfectly the first time. 3D printing the components took many iterations to get the nominal dimensions correct.
My main contribution to the project was the mechanical design of the assembly, which I achieved through SolidWorks. I designed the layout of the acrylic base and all of the separate components that are attached to it as well. For this project, I learned a lot about how the opto-interrupter works, such as how the opto-interrupter is configured with an infrared emitter and an infrared detector. The biggest challenge that I overcame was the issue with friction caused by the tension in the belt. The way we solved this was by adding thrust bearings onto the reels to relieve excess friction.
My biggest contribution was wiring the opto interrupter and the motor driver. I was able to achieve these goals by referencing the stepper motor lab and by looking up how an opto interrupter is wired and works internally. The biggest challenge I overcame was not having enough torque in the stepper motor we initially chose. Since the first stepper motor we rated was rated at 0.4 amps, a new stepper motor that we bought was rated at 2 amps, providing sufficient amount of torque for our project. This created an additional problem with overheating the motor driver, which was not an issue after integrating all the components together because the stepper motor was only being supplied power during the short amount of time that the parts were being dispensed.